Good morning, and welcome to the Windward Buddhist Temple's first Sunday family service. My name is Naomi Kaneko, and I'll be your MC for today. Thank you, Reverend Shingo, for officiating today's service. We will begin with the ringing of the temple bell, or Kansho, that signifies the beginning of a temple service. It is a deep and sacred ritual steeped in ancient tradition. It is the calling of the people to come together to listen to the Dharma or teachings. The temple bell represents the gratitude and deep appreciation of the members, friends, and guests of the Windward Buddhist Temple. Please sit quietly in your seat. If you are able, please rise for the meditation followed by the chanting of the Vandana Ti-Sarana by the congregation in Pali and English found in the red Jodo Shinshu service book on page 7. Please be seated. Today's sutra is Sanbutsuge, which can be found in the Jodo Shinshu Service book on page 46 and which starts on page 47. Found in the larger sutra, the Bodhisattva Dharmakara praises the Lokeshvara Raja Buddha, expresses his desire to become the Amida Buddha, and makes 48 vows, thus establishing the Pure Land. While chanting, we join together in oneness with Dharmakara's aspiration to attain Buddhahood and work for the enlightenment of all beings.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay.
実法来所心熱症状意図が国経絡安穏古物神妙是が心所発願の日力少々欲実法生存知恵無下上領子孫知が信行軽量心死食毒中画行精進忍術不敬ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ願にし苦毒平等性一切同発菩大心往生安楽ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ。
If you are able, please rise for the recitation, our pledge, which will be projected on the screen. Then remain standing for the Gatha, living gratefully on page 132 of the Praises of the Buddha book. Reaching out to others,
I will share smiles and gentle words, just like the Buddha who always calls out their aloha, breaking away from my greed and anger and ignorance. I will try to live in peace and harmony, just like the Buddha who shared hospitality and kindness with others. Moving forward from self-centeredness, I will share love, joy, and sorrow with others, just like the Buddha, whose caring heart always embraces us. Realizing that I live because of others, I will strive to live life to the fullest with an attitude of gratitude, just like the Buddha, who promises to embrace us all. Namanda, namanda, namanda.
Please be seated. Neil Yamamoto will give today's Dharma message.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Can you believe it? It's May already, and it's the start of the month of May, and the year's almost halfway over. I know for me, the month of May brings thoughts of cookouts, sunny skies, the beach, start of summer, but it also brings memories of graduation and the end of the school year. So in case you're wondering, yeah, that's the in sync meme. It's gonna be May, and graduations and whatnot. Some people may not know this, but in a previous life, before I was a historian, I was a teacher. I taught middle school math and science for about 3 years before spending almost 19 years as a naval historian, an outreach coordinator, and educator at the Battleship Missouri. As I thought about what I might say today in this week's Dharma message, I thought, well, everyone thinks I'm going to talk about food. And maybe this message might take a turn towards food. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know that that'll be the focus of today's message. So, what then is the focus of today's message? When May comes around, students are usually thinking, no more tests, no more books, and no more teachers' dirty looks. But those of us who were or are teachers, we're thinking, hooray, no more students for 3 whole months. Well, actually now it's more like 6 weeks, right? Truth be told though, as a student, there were some teachers that I missed over the summer. So I thought to myself, why do I miss those teachers? And then it hit me. I'll talk about my teachers as Bodhisattvas. So yup, today's message will be my homage to teachers. I never realized it until recently, but my teachers, the good ones anyway, are Bodhisattvas in my life. And today I wanted to highlight 3 Bodhisattva teachers that I've had the honor of learning from. We've all heard the term Bodhisattva before, right? And if you haven't, let's do what good teachers do and define the terms. A Bodhisattva is a person in Buddhism who seeks enlightenment for the benefit of others, often vowing to forego their own entry into nirvana to stay in this realm and help others. To me, all teachers have Bodhisattva-like qualities, from our parents, our ministers, our actual teachers, our family and friends. Today, I wanted to talk about 3 Bodhisattvas in my life. Some are teachers, some are friends, and a few of them you might not even expect. And just as a historical aside, because I'm a historian, the term Bodhisattva originates from Sanskrit, Bodhi meaning awakened or enlightened, and Sattva being awakened being, right? So that's quite literally what the term Bodhisattva means. You thought I wasn't gonna talk about food, didn't you? I fooled you guys. Brisket, ribs, chicken, I love them all. And that guy, that big dude right in the middle there, is Boiler Technician 2nd Class Marlando Quezon, U.S. Navy, and a former crew member on board the USS Missouri. He's better known in barbecue circles as Big Mo. And Big Mo is one of my barbecue bodhisattvas. He's taught me the intricacies of low and slow barbecue. He's made food for me and my shipmates at the Missouri, and schooled me on the fact that there really is no secret to good barbecue. I know that sounds really odd to hear, but there's really no secret to good barbecue. It's about taking your time, tending your fire, watching your smoke and your temperatures, and being patient with it. As I've said before, good barbecue can't be rushed. Big Mo could open restaurant after restaurant. He has none. Big Mo operates out of the back of a truck on the highways as part of Ponderosa Barbecue out of Des Moines, Iowa. He doesn't make a whole lot of money except for when he's on TV, which is all the time. But instead, Big Mo, who's reached the highest pinnacles of barbecue, he won Memphis in May, if anybody knows what Memphis in May is. It's one of the world championships of barbecue. Instead of holding on to his knowledge and his secrets of barbecue, he chooses to share his knowledge with me. And he tells me, there's no secret. The secret's you. So Mo Kei-san, Big Mo over there, is one of my Bodhisattvas. And you can see him in the far right picture there. Oh, I'm sorry. In the far right picture, that's Mo and I on the pier of the Battleship Missouri. He actually came and cooked food for 300 people down on the pier once, which was amazing. Best barbecue I ever had. The next one, she doesn't know she's in this presentation. But Joy, one of our resident pianists, is one of my longtime Bodhisattva-like friends. Long before my family started coming to temple, Joy would invite me to Hawaii Betsuin or the Boyan dances here when Kailua Temple was a 2-story house with a social hall. You had to crouch to get inside. You guys, some of you remember that, right? Neither she nor I at the time knew it, but those experiences shaped my understanding of Buddhism and sparked a desire to someday come to temple. And here I am with my family in the back. Joy and her family over the years that I've known her have become family to me and my family. Mom always says that Joy is like the daughter she never had. And in our friendship, Joy is patient with me as I ask dumb questions. She's patient when I pontificate about lame history. And she humors me when I go off on tangents about sports or food or whatever else I might go off on. But she's also quick to give me a kick in the pants when my temper gets the best of me. And always, always offers calm advice, helping me on my path to being a more compassionate person. What I've learned from Joy over the past 3 decades is that emotions come and go. But before we reach for the 3 poisons of anger, greed, and ignorance, we should remember loving kindness and compassion first. Most of our temple members, save for maybe a few of us, don't know this person that I'm going to speak about. And unfortunately, I don't have a picture of her. But her name is Miss Diane Lee. And she was my expository writing and AP English literature and composition teacher at Castle High School. And I know that she is watching this message because Dana tells me she watches every week. And thanks to Ryan, she's watching it on YouTube. Miss Lee taught me about perspective. She taught me about how to find my own voice in writing and eventually in speaking. Much to my mom's delight, Miss Lee made sure we read. As a kid, I didn't like reading. I even liked to read comic books. But Miss Lee made sure we understood what the heck we were reading. Miss Lee involved a bodhisattva in the truest sense, as it literally translates to awakened being. And it was through her own awakenedness and her selflessness to her students, like me, that we too became awakened, at least in our own minds. Miss Lee nurtured us, not only as students, but as people. In her class, we were freed from judgment We were free to learn together, to make mistakes, and with her guidance, we evolved into lifelong learners. Some of us, so much so that we went on to earn bachelor's degrees in history and master's degrees in World War II studies. Ms. Lee instilled a love of learning in all of us. Her own enlightenment about the power of knowledge and her wisdom and ability to impart it in us makes her a true bodhisattva to me. So I want to share a little bit about the photos and the pictures that are up there, because I don't have a picture of Diane Lee. And probably, at least for her, she's very happy that I don't have a picture of her up there. The first one is the Norton Reader. And Miss Lee, if you're watching this, I still have my copy of the Norton Reader, which we had to read when I was a junior and a senior in high school. We carried that book everywhere. It was like our, I'll say it, it was like our Bible. We had to carry it all over the place. It was always with us all the time. The second one is 1984 by George Orwell. I know that's kind of an odd one, but one of the projects we had to do is we had to do a literary analysis on an author, and I chose George Orwell. So I had to read 4 books by Orwell and do a literary analysis. And my favorite one of all of them was 1984. And this sparked my love of dystopian fiction, which is in some ways truer today than it ever has been. And the last one there is Plato's Cave. And the one thing I remember from class, one of the things, many things, but one of the things that stuck with me through 30 plus years has been the allegory of the cave. And Plato's allegory of the cave was one of the things that she drilled into us about shining light in the cave to find your way into it and find your way out of it. And so it was a really profound thing that I had learned. It says, she really imparted a lot of wisdom to us and made us into learners, made us love learning and want to teach it. And I think that's really what a bodhisattva is. Mo, Joy, and Ms. Lee, definitely not the Three Stooges. But for me, there are but 3 of the many bodhisattvas that I've been privileged to have in my life. Those bodhisattvas include all of us in temple as well. In every conversation, every experience, in every moment, like Reverend Shar said last week, Ichigo, Ichie. Each moment is unrepeatable. And for each of these moments and each of you, as a bodhisattva to me, I am grateful. Please join me in Kansho. Bodhisattvas dedicate themselves to embodying wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness. May we all strive to live as bodhisattvas for others. Nembutsu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil. You never disappoint. If you are able, please rise for the Gatha, Hotokesama 2, found in the Purple Praises of the Buddha book on page 93. Then continue to stand for the Nembutsu, found on page 145 of the same book. Please be seated. Thank you for attending today's service. We will now have announcements by Temple President Dennis Tashiro. Morning, Dennis.
Morning, everyone. Thank you, Neil, for that message. Where are you, Neil? He didn't satisfy my appetite. But that was well written. Thank you very much. Thank you, Reverend Shingo, for being our officiant to today's service. Thank you, Naomi, for being our MC. And thank you, Bob, for being a greeter. And thank you, Lisa, for playing the piano. Let's see, I understand we have one guest. Kalai, please stand. Welcome. And welcome back to Tatum and Casey and Oliver and Jack. Good to see you. Next Sunday will be our Mother's Day family service. Our own Ed Deal will be providing a message, and Bishop Toshiyuki Umitani will be here to officiate the service. Of course, it'll be our Bingo Day. Thank you, Cynthia and Joyce, for coordinating the bagging of snacks items and preparing chili and rice lunches that were distributed to houseless individuals this past Tuesday as part of the Kailua Service Care event at Daybreak Church. This event happens the last Tuesday of each month, and Windward Buddhist Temple members have been doing this each April for the last 7 years. The Service Care event group is comprised of Daybreak Church, the Kailua YMCA, and various religious and other organizations. Thank you to the volunteers who helped on Tuesday, and also to those who helped to prepare the snack bags last Sunday. As I mentioned last week, we are having our Earth Day activity, picking up trash along Kule Road on Saturday, May 16th. We'll meet here at 9 o'clock and do some walking, picking up some trash, and we usually get done within an hour to hour and a half. So please do come out and help. Also, we are ordering new polo shirts, and it'll look something like that. So we have a sign-up sheet in the back. There's a special price for members and also non-members. After refreshments today, we will have our intergenerational activity. And to explain what those activities include, I call up Cynthia.
Good morning. Okay, so we have two activities after our social hour. We're going to make, like Prudence mentioned last week, we're going to make the feather lei, and we added one more activity, and it's beaded bracelets for the little ones, because we felt that maybe this would be too difficult for them to make, which it really isn't, because everything is prepared. So please meet us in the back at the table after you finish eating. So it's May, so you know what that means. For those of you who have a birthday in May, please join us up front. And please don't be shy. May birthday. He's not shy. Hey, happy birthday. Photo shoot. Okay, wait, we're going to sing happy birthday. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. I forgot to give you the sign to hold. Oh well. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Okay, are there any other announcements? Bob?
I have 3 adults in the back row, so I'll help you sign in if you want to borrow. And also have for kids, he said, the title is Buddhism for Kids. But it's not only for kids. I read some of it in the beginning and I said, oh, it worked for me. So, please feel free to look and borrow even a kid's book. It'll help. Thank you.
Yeah, we have the libraries has quite a number of books, so when you get a chance, please look through. Okay, I think it's time to have refreshments, so let's do words of thanksgiving. It'll be on the screen. We are truly grateful for this wonderful food, a gift of life. May we share its benefits with all beings. As we partake of this food, let us remember Amida Buddhist compassion, which surrounds all people and all forms of life. Namo Amida Butsu. Itadakimasu. Thank you.